Hey guys, what's going on? It's Slacker here, coming to you with another episode of how to make stubs and the best way to make stubs on MLB The Show 20. In this episode, I'm going to go over just one of my 3 favorite ways of making stubs. This is the best way I feel like to make stubs. So if you'd like to learn how to make stubs quickly, stick around. So I want to get started and kind of just tell you kind of what is going on right now. We are using the shownation.com/MLB20 and basically using this to make stubs quickly. And this is probably the fastest way you can do it. You can do it in game, but I feel like it's much faster on the actual website. So what you're going to do is you're going to come in here. You are going to link your account to this website. Right now I'm on complete orders, showing you just kind of how fast I've been trading here. And then you got the open orders tab that shows you ones that you have open. So this will be the open tabs where you basically, these are your orders that you are wanting to buy. So if you have orders placed where you're wanting to buy people, this is where it will be right here. And then as you're selling them, they will be right here as well. Clevenger, I'm wanting to try to sell for 22.12 from Jeff McNeil. So your sales will be here. And what I normally do is every couple days I go through here and reset them. If you're not selling them in the first couple of days, the chances are you're probably not going to sell them for that price. Very rarely do you not sell something for 2 days and it ends up coming back around. To kind of explain that, these cards, it doesn't say the date on them, but I just recently did these cards. So these cards are very, very recent, and every couple days I'll come through here and basically open them up in another tab. So like say Tyler Anderson, I'll open them up in another tab. We'll go down and see that right now we have them at sell at 101, but right now looks like about 63 is what people are selling them for, and you could base that price on whatever you want. Right now our 101 is here. Looks like there's a bunch ahead of us, but I do think he will get back to the 101 eventually. Right now at midnight, he was at 90 last night at midnight, so chances are he's going to go up and hit that 101 eventually. But if after 2 days this doesn't sell, I will come in here, I will cancel all of these. So basically what you do is you come in here, you cancel, hit enter to cancel it, and then you have one card that is sellable. So what we're going to do is say you want to trade, or you want to do it for a smaller amount. We'll just do it for, I don't know, we'll just do it for 62, or 65, why not? Not what we wanted out of it, but that's kind of how you do it. And you finalize that, and then boom, it'll show up here. And then you're going to kind of do that after every couple days, because you want to make sure that you are selling them quickly. You're not wanting to hold on to these cards very long. The only cards I would suggest hanging on to longer would be maybe the bigger cards that you're selling and trading for like 50k, you know, that type of thing or higher, because you have a certain amount in mind and you want to make sure that you try to hit that. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to buy your card from here. If you haven't watched my last episode, I kind of went over all of this, and that will be linked in the card and below if you want to go see that. But you're going to be buying a card here. You're going to come over here and sell it for whatever amount you want. Your sell orders are here, your buy orders are here, and that's how you flip cards quickly. To go over kind of what my favorite strategy is, which is what this video is about, my favorite strategy is to buy the cards around 25 and try to sell them for 111. Right now it is July 5th, and they just recently came out with a bunch of 99s and really screwed over the market. So this is a little harder to do than it used to be, but I used to be able to take a 25 card and flip it for about 111, so it'd give me 100 stubs back. So I'm basically making 75 stubs a flip. It's really no longer that way, but there is ways to do it and easy ways to find those cards. You just have to do a little more effort and put a little more effort into it than you did before. So another thing on this website that you can do is a watch list and a saved searches list. Now I already have certain things saved for me here, and out of the 3, these are kind of the ones that I guess would be how I look for cards. So in this one, I want to try to buy it for 25 through 28, which is this one right here, 28, and then I want to sell it for about 108 at least. So going in here, I'm going to click this and I'll kind of show you how to do the search. But you in the searches, you're buying now 108. Usually it's 111. My sell now price is usually 25, but right now the way things are going, kind of weird. But now it's going to show you the cards that are basically flipping for what this search algorithm is doing. So this Mac Williamson card, we are wanting to buy him for 26 or 27, and then we can flip him for 146. Now you have to pay attention to how fast these are going. Sometimes these are going slow. That's the reason they're on here. So that's kind of another thing is normally what I do, I open Mac Williamson here, and you'll notice that they have hearts beside them because they're actually in my watch list. And what I normally do is I come in here, and the guys I want to sell and trade, I put in my watch list. That way I can find them quicker and not have to go through the safe searches, because the safe searches will go as you go. So if in 2 minutes we come back and these cards are different, these won't show up here anymore. So I add them, I hit this little heart icon, they go to my watch list. So we are back in the search list, and as you can see, things have changed a little bit, and they do change so drastically that you really need to pay attention on what's going on. So right here, it looks like this is crazy. You got to get in on this. We're going to open him up. We're going to try to make a few flips. Now, it will not stay this way. It will not stay this way at all, but we're going to try our best to make this happen. 442, sell him. Gonna make some crazy flips here. If we could just sell a couple, we would make, how many would we make if just flipping a couple here? 442, making about 400 stubs off this. We're only doing it for 25, so we're gonna make 375 stubs if we can get this flipped correctly. So right here is exactly what I'm talking about. You got to jump on this sometimes, and what I normally do is about 5 or 6 just to start off and wait and see what happens. And you'll have to pay attention to them as you go, because you will buy and sell them as you're flipping them. So you kind of just need to pay attention on what's going on. We're going to set up 5 buy orders at 26, so we should be the next one to do it. And then if we flip it 442, if we flip it for the 442 price, we'll make about 375 profit off of this Daniel Johnson flip. Another thing you need to watch out for is we're wanting to sell for about 111. So players that we can get for 25 sell for about 111. Those are the cards we are going to want to get. So this Justin Turner card, we're going to go try and grab him as well. And the point of this whole thing is to try to flip, or try to get them for a very low price. For anything under 28 is usually what I do. Anything under 28, we're trying to grab them as soon as possible, and then we're trying to flip them for as low as we can without losing too much profit. So right here, I had one already. I sold for 108 because that's going to be the next one being sold. If somebody goes to buy one, they're going to sell it, or we're going to sell it for 108. For selling for 108, we're going to get 97 stubs because of the 10% tax. We're going to get 97 stubs. If we are buying for 28, we're looking at making about 69 stubs off of this flip. Now, again, it might not seem to be that much, but this whole strategy is to buy low and sell low, but you are selling so many so quickly that that's where you're going to actually make your profit. So if we sell, 10 of these in an hour, you're going to make 600 an hour of these cards. Now, you can flip more than 100 an hour, and that's kind of where this strategy comes into play. We're going to sell so many of these cards in an hour that, so we already just bought one while we were sitting here. We're going to sell this one for 108 as well, and then keep going. And we were probably going to do we're probably going to do 5 at the beginning. And now if we notice this drops off and we are out of cards and stuff, we know this is a great flip, and we'll go for the 20 mark. We will go and try to sell 20 as we go. Rarely do you sell more than 20 in a go. So if you think about it, if we could flip all of these cards, say all these cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, if we could flip them for 70 profit about each, and you could sell 10 of them, you're actually selling about 70 cards an hour. And then obviously you're going to multiply that by, so you're going to make about 4,900 profit each hour while you're selling this card. So you only have to sell these cards for 5 hours to make 20,000 profit. Now that doesn't mean that you're sitting here for 5 straight hours flipping cards. No, That is why you're getting 20 of these cards, 30 of these cards. And then you're going to take those, once you buy them in, you're going to sell them, and they're going to be basically on a loop. You're going to be selling probably 35 to 40 different cards at a time. And that's why I'm saying you got to get on top of these while they are here, because they're not always going to be here. But even though you are buying them and selling them, that doesn't mean that they go away. If you set a sell order for 108 and then it goes below that and you're stop selling this card, but you're selling a different card that pops onto this list, you're continually selling cards throughout the 24-hour period. And I got to tell you, this is the best strategy, I think, because I can make about 40 to 50,000 stubs basically through a 24-hour period by just continually flipping these cards. There are other ways to do it, and I will have episodes out on those soon, but in this episode, we are basically, the whole gist of this episode is to buy a card low, so your 25 to 28 range. You're going to sell the card low, so around 111 to about 95, but as low as I would go on it. You're going to sell low, and then you're going to get a so profit of about 70, 75, maybe even 65, but you were selling so many of them. You're going to be selling hundreds an hour, and as you continue to go, you're going to sell thousands in a 24-hour period, and then your 1,000 turns into, 1,500. Basically, you're going to sell so many cards so quickly that even though you're making less profit, you are end up making more in the long run. You're going to make about 20 to 40,000 in a 24-hour span. So as I said, I will be coming out with other episodes. Those will be coming out soon. I'm going to have a collection of 3 episodes. Those are my 3 favorite ways of making stubs quickly. And this one, we just did one, and the next 2 will be coming out very soon. So make sure you hit that red subscribe button to see those other 2 episodes. I also have another episode out of how I used this website, the Show Nation. I also use another website called the Show Zone to see how fast cards are flipping. You could use both of those websites in my last video, so make sure you click on that video if you have not watched it. If you like this episode, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. I really enjoy the support you guys have given me. We are on the road to 1K right now, around the 700 mark, but hoping to get that 1K soon. Until next time, Slacker out.